Hi everybody, hope you're well. I thought I'd just give you a quick update video because you would have seen, or not seen in fact, that we haven't put much in the way of content up through February, March. Hopefully that's now going to be resolved with what's coming up next on our channel, because we do have a lot of exciting things to share with you. So I thought I'd give you an update of what we're going to talk about. There's a couple of topics I do want to discuss with you, and also some feedback from a previous video which we've put up as well. So let's crack on. So the first one I want to talk about is the feedback and the responses I had off the back of the part 1 video of us going to France, and that was the booking up process. I want to say off the bat a huge thank you to everybody who commented, contributed and gave recommendations and suggestions on what we can do when we come back. Now, to put in context, when we come back from France, we come back on the late afternoon ferry. We arrive back in the UK at 8 o'clock. By the time we've cleared the docks, it's going to be about 9 o'clock, I'd imagine. And that's way too late for us to get back here into storage because the landowner is particularly grumpy and he won't let us back in at sort of 1 in the morning, which is fair enough. If to be absolutely honest with you, I wouldn't want that happening. And it's just much too late to book into a campsite, or so I thought. And we were considering just camping off at the services on the M5 on the way back home. Lots of people commented and lots of people suggested to check out a couple of campsites, one of which is one we've now booked into, which is Riverside, which is in Plymouth, and they will allow us to arrive very late on one of their ferry pitches. And so we've booked up for one night. We leave the docks, we head straight over to this pitch, which is no more than 20 minutes the other side of Plymouth. We can stay there overnight, use the facilities, have a decent night's sleep, and then make our way back home on the Sunday. And I would have been completely unaware of this if people hadn't have recommended it and suggested it in the comments. So do you know what? A huge thank you to everybody who recommended and suggested we check out the campsite. Now, I've had lots of other comments about that French video as well, about what we are doing, what we're buying, what we're preparing for. You know, there's lots of questions which came off the back of that video, and I hope, and don't worry, by the way, I've already scripted and done the voiceover for the next 2 videos of that, which is what we are doing to the caravan and things we need to do to the car, and then also the final one is the shopping list of things we need to buy in order to be ready for European travels. So don't worry, all of that hopefully should be explained. And then when do we go to France, and then I'll probably do a conclusion at the end of it of what the total costs were, because I've had one comment which it didn't rub me up the wrong way, but I thought to myself, well, actually that's a really valid point. And the comment was, for 1 week away it's very expensive, which I completely agree with, and for that sort of price you could almost go for a package holiday, which again I agree with. You can almost do it, but if we now go for 2 weeks, we just need to add an extra £150 onto our total outlay, which would be just our camping, the campsite fees, and then all of a sudden it becomes quite economical. I know it's expensive for 1 week, but as I will mention, is that this is our very first time. We may not like it, and we may just find that, you know, 1 week will be just about enough to tolerate. I wouldn't want to go somewhere for 2 weeks if I don't think I'm going to like it. So that's our rationale. Anyway, I'll explain more of that in the future videos. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, it's a bit of a rant, really. I don't usually do rants, and I find myself a little bit more upset with it because it just seems to be a positive feedback loop. I am referring to clickbait. Now, I put my video out, things to do video, and absolutely no one watched that video. It has gone down like a fart in a lift. It just has not done well. And the reason for that is because channels like mine and plenty of other channels do not adhere to and do not subscribe to the clickbait mechanism. I say that in the full knowledge that perhaps my next video might be a bit clickbaity, but that's besides the point. I don't usually do it. I don't like it. If I see a channel doing it, I turn off of it. I don't like it. And there are a number of channels out there right now in the caravanning space which are very clickbaity, and it does my chuffing head in, because there's no need for it. There's absolutely no bloody need for it. But the problem is that when you do it, you get a great rise in views. So that means you do it again. And on the other side of the coin, YouTube rewards you with more recommendations, because it's seen by more people, because you think to yourself, oh my God, it's all gone wrong for them. They've had a terrible time with their service. Oh God, what's the service revealed about their caravan? It's a broken shoe. And it then just, it's a positive feedback loop that the more you do it, you're more rewarded with more recommendations and more views. You do that because you think, oh, well, that worked, I'm going to do it again. And so it carries on and carries on and carries on. And let's not forget the ridiculous thumbnails of everybody looking like the Scream, or that stupid meme of that chap in the audience. And it's clickbaity titles like, your caravan will break without this. Every caravan needs one of these. Oh no, what have I done? I just want to let it out, because it is doing my head in, and it just seems to be getting worse. And when I produce a video, I spend a long time on it. And I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about everybody, every single person that creates a video, whether you've got 2 subscribers or 2 million subscribers, you put the same amount of effort into a video. And it doesn't matter that when you put a video out there and it doesn't get picked up by the YouTube mechanism, and it doesn't get pushed along by the recommendations because it doesn't seem to have a lot of interaction, that is so disheartening to any creator, be it 2 subscribers or 2 million. It's really, really disheartening, especially when you put a lot of effort into some of these videos. And that's where I'm at the moment. I see YouTube doing the same stupid thing that it's always done, is that it will recommend those clickbaity videos, but when you put out genuine, honest pieces of work, it doesn't get picked up and it doesn't get pushed along. And there's been lots of people that have commented on my last video, didn't see this on my recommendations. And that will be carrying on forward. This video will probably bomb because, I don't know, unless I put a clickbaity title on it. I don't know, should I? Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I should do that. Look, in the camera again. There we go, that's my rant over and done with. During April, we are going away for the first time since February. We're heading over to the Brecon Beacons, and when we go to the Brecon Beacons, I am borrowing the brand new awning which I reviewed last year in the field just around the corner. And we're borrowing one. We've also picked out some accessories to, beautify it on the inside. We're borrowing all of this kit from Dometic, and we're going to do a review on this video. We're going to use it on holiday, and I'm going to report back to say what I like, what I don't like, what I think could have improved, and what I think other manufacturers could take away from it as well. I'm going into this very much as an unbiased opinion. I have no financial interest in this. I'm not being paid to talk about this video, this product. I'm not being gifted anything. I am genuinely borrowing the awning. As soon as we are finished with it at the end of Easter, it's getting packed back up and it's being sent straight back, along with all the accessories, because I haven't got the space for them, and also I've got my own awning. Now, I'll talk about awnings quite a bit actually, because what's really going to be interesting is this will be the first time we've put an awning up on this caravan, but also it's the first time we're going to use an awning in about 3 years, 2 years maybe. The last time we used an awning was down in the New Forest, the Centenary Caravan and Motorhome Club site. That was the last time we used an awning, and that was when we borrowed the Isabella Cirrus 400 awning, which, and I don't think I've ever talked about this actually, which I then did buy. Even though I hate air awnings, I did buy it because we actually had a really good time in that. So I have that awning, but we've never used it since then. Maybe I might bring it out later this year. We'll see. So it's going to be really interesting because we've now got ourselves into the habit of not using an awning. We use a canopy, which we love and adore, but using an awning as an outdoor space, it's going to be really interesting to see how we get back into that whole thing. So, so if you do have questions, by the way, about that awning, put them down now, because we go away 2 weeks time. We go over Easter, and we're really looking forward to using it and re-reporting back on how I found it. Now, I've mentioned that we go away in April this month, in a couple of weeks over Easter. And up until this point, I feel that we haven't really used the caravan an awful lot. We used it once in February for just a very quick weekend in Cirencester. From here onwards, we use it now every month until October. Sometimes twice a month, sometimes once a month. But now it gets used until September, which I'm really happy. No, October, sorry. It gets used until then, which I'm really, really happy about, because I feel that we haven't really used it much this year at all. And it's just been sat here waiting patiently. One thing I do need to do though is I need to clean it. The last time I cleaned this was back in November last year, and it is disgusting outside. It is absolutely minging. And that's the next thing that I'm going to be filming in a week or so, in fact. I'm going to do something incredibly stupid, according to many people, but I'm going to use a pressure washer. And I'm going to talk about why I'm using a pressure washer and some of the benefits of using a pressure washer, and also dispelling some of the myths as well. Like people say you should never use a pressure washer. Well, if you use it right, you can use it well. And there's some benefits for that as well. I'm going to go through all of that. I've been sent over a pressure washer from Neil Fisk, who, again, they didn't ask for a review. They just wanted me to talk about it and just see if I got on with it in the leisure industry space. They just said, look, will it work for you? Will it won't work for you? What do you think? What could we do? So I've been chatting with them. Lovely people, lovely product. I have been using it a lot. I did the decking, I did the patio, I did the cars. I got to do my driveway with this one particular device. Blimey, what a thing. Far better than the yellow one that I've had for donkey's years. Everybody knows what that one is. That one just has got nothing against this Neil Fisk one. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to share with you using a pressure washer on a caravan and some of the benefits as well. And I think with that as well, I'm also going to switch it up. I'm not going to use the same chemicals or the same cleaning chemicals which I've used up until now for all of time. I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to use some other products as well, and we're going to see how we get on with that as well. So the final thing I want to talk about today is that we've now just had our document pack arrive for Clubfest 2025, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. Really cannot wait for that. That obviously is at the end of May, beginning of June. We are looking forward to attending that one, simply because the lightning seeds are going to be there. So I'm going to have the Life of Riley, listening to them. And then we're straight off the back of Clubfest, we then head over to Clumber Park. Never been there. Been on my hit list for a number of years to go to Clumber Park, so really looking forward to that. So it's going to be a good couple of weeks away for us, and really am looking forward to just spending some time away in the caravan. I cannot blinking wait, honestly. It's been a bit of a drought of holidays and experiences, yes, very much looking forward to that. So if you are going to Clubfest, you would have seen your document pack arrive in the next days or so, and obviously if you are going and you see us, please do say hi. Be lovely to see you. Never shy about saying hi to people. Love to have a chat, as you will find out. So yes, thanks very much. Right, and that's it from me today. The original reason for me coming up today was to make up the gas pipe, which you would have probably already seen on a previous video. So there we go, that's it from me today. Please do check the manufacturing date of your gas pipes. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, and if you can do all of that, then I'll see you in the next upload. Many thanks for watching, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye.